G'day and welcome to another tutorial. Today we're going to be looking at a Fritz Box tutorial, and we're going to be looking at a guest network. So what does this mean? So say for example, I've said in the past and I've explained about my Wi-Fi network and how I've got an SMB and a server and all that, FSMP server and all that, and I've also got wireless printers hooked up to the private network. The advantages of having a guest network, it gives you a couple of advantages, and this allows them to still use your internet and also you can set parameters. Mine's pretty relaxed back. I don't sort of restrict any services on my guest network, but let's log into the modem and we'll get in. So we'll just go there, go and using the admin. Okay, and log in. Oops. Does this occasionally, you just have to do that again. And we're logging in. So this is the main interface of the Fritz Box. This is when you log into the Fritz Box, and on the overview page, this is what you see. So you've got the overview, internet connection. It's at the moment it's on existing connection over LAN because I'm using it as a cable modem that runs up to a satellite dish on the roof that beams it to a site where my internet comes in. So yeah, I've got satellite internet, which is Evolution Wireless here in New Zealand. So if we scroll down to here, and if we look on the right side here, where it's I'll just zoom in for the sake of the video, wireless guest access. At the moment it's disabled, so we'll just go into the menu. So now here it says you can provide your guests with easy and fast Wi-Fi to the internet, but you can read in the background while you listen. But we'll enable this, and I've set it to. There's a couple of settings I've done here. I've set it to an open hotspot, so it's a public Wi-Fi hotspot. So it's got no password. These are just some of the settings. Sorry about that. Some of the settings: fast connection, So we'll go to advanced settings, and here we've got a few more options that you can do. So I've enabled this over here. Which is display captive portal. So that means like when you go to places like, for example, McDonald's and Burger King, or any of those places, and they got the free Wi-Fi, and you got to sign into it. Well, this is sort of the same procedure, which I will show you on the device in a few seconds. Just gonna display. So this is the picture that you see, and I've got a custom message as well. So this is the custom message here. Welcome to ET's UFO Loading Bay. Press or tap OK. So this will come up when you sign into before you push OK and sign into the network. This will show, and afterwards, on certain devices, they'll do it more on computers, but or iPads and iPhones. When you push OK, I've set it to redirect you to this website, which is thepeoplesclub.org. It's all I can say in a nutshell. It's pretty full of information. So yeah, it's a one I personally promote through my guest network, which is it's two-way information. So device using this guest access. So the wireless devices cannot talk to each other. So that means, like for an example, I'll show you after this. We'll just go through these settings and restricting. No, I won't restrict my internet connection. So pretty much noting yada yada yada. It just is. But we'll go apply. Get rid of that. And if we go, hang on. Okay, just need to turn the. If we go, where is it? To Wi-Fi settings. There's the guest network. How it's set. So it's ET Jalamenti on toast. ET shed. That's just my Wi-Fi extender in the shed, but it's out of the scope. So here, there's the guest network. As you see, ET Jalamenti on toast is not. It's not have a padlock. It doesn't have a padlock to, say for example, ET up the top does. So we'll click this one. Oh. So now it's telling me to sign into the network. So there should be a notification, and I'll just clear all my notifications. And once I go back here, tap here to. Oh, okay, so oh no, I'm still connected. I'm just looking for the notification. There it is. Sign into network. So as I said, this is the wireless guest access. So this is just the message you always get when you use the wireless guest access. Sometimes and it also turns itself off after 3 days if I forget. So that's the cool thing about this too, because I mainly use this guest access myself sometimes when I've got my laptop booted in Android mode, my one that I carry around, and it doesn't like a hidden network, so I have to enable this. So once you push OK, now we are running off a guest access now. So say for an example, let's get rid of that. If we won't be able to go back to that website because at the moment, there we go, 2 degrees. So it's taking me to the 2 degrees website, but I'm on the guest access. I'm using guest access now. So just to make sure, I'll go back to here, and I am connected via ET Jalamenti on toast. So yeah, that's how you make a guest access. Some people like to make their guest access secure and also make the devices communicate. The reason why I set it off like this is because normally devices on my private network can communicate. So we'll take a switch back here, and I'll show you what I mean. So I'm back on the private network. So if we just go back to the Fritz, just a second, just going to invert my screen. So we'll just click here, log back into the modem. So you got a list of home network devices here. The guest networks devices do show up here when guests are connected, but they are showing up with a mark on it just to separate the devices. So yeah, these are devices that are currently connected. See the that ET's laptop is my computer. ET's phablet is the one I'm recording off. Extension EXT, that's my, as I said, shed extender. And I also got a DLNA renderer here, which is ET, and these 2 USB hard drives. And also, as I said, when I turn on my these devices can freely communicate with each other because I've allowed it. So, for an example, if through SMB, I can connect to these 2 USB hard drives because of the simple fact that they are allow communication. So that's the good thing about also allowing it on your private network, but guests cannot do that. But if we come back over here on the guest, before I do conclude this video, when you see on the wireless guest access here, it says it's enabled 2.4/5 gigahertz, unsecured, 72 hours left, zero devices, radio network ET Jalabete on toast. So that is how you make a guest network with the Fritz. Sorry for those interruptions. And that is how that is how it's done. So I hope you learned something, Fritz users, that you can create a guest network. And as I said, I have guests that come over sometimes, but the good advantage of having it too is there's a lot of your friends that you don't really want them coming over to use your Wi-Fi all the time. So my private network is hidden. Where you see my the guest network is the only one that's broadcasting. So once it turns off, or once I personally turn it off, it will it'll to people that are scanning for Wi-Fi, it will come across as nothing. There's nothing here. But anyway, that concludes this video, and I hope you learned something. Until next time, you have a good day, night, morning, or evening. And further on, I like to say, choo choo.